Here we are back in the main hall. As the gentleman over at Fallout said, this is definitely a much bigger, much more fancy venue than what we had in just the outskirts of the player areas. So they have all kinds of stuff here, all kinds of booths. This is probably where I should have been in the first place when I started talking to folks, but it's fine. Still plenty to see and plenty to do. So I got some vendor booths out here. I feel like I've seen these guys around for quite a while, selling all the fantasy style clothing, leather. It's all very well made, and it's pretty excellent for like cosplaying and just LARPing, or if you just want to dress up as your character when you sit down at the table and play Dungeons and Dragons. So TCGplayer.com. They're over here doing tournaments there. Yeah, there's a lot better get-ups than what I have. But like I said, this is where we're branching out. 2018. By the end of the year, we're going to be set. Any support we get from you guys will definitely help. And I'll put a link to our PayPal. You can donate to that. YouTube isn't monetizing anything. I don't know why. It's been broken since April and they haven't fixed it. They've acknowledged it's a technical issue and not a content issue. But everything that we do is completely unmonetized. So it makes things that we want to do, like buying better equipment, kind of not a possibility. So let's see sorry about that. And of course, my big ass is in everybody's way. With or without the camera, I'd be in everybody's way. And unfortunately, these are nice little setups though. I think I'd like to have a garage just to have nothing but dioramas. Instead of parking a car there, I would just have an ultimate game room. Although I doubt it would share any kind of credibility with this giant scenario. Another online shop here, Lasercraft. So they got these foam dice, which are kind of neat. They're squishy. They do, Lasercraft Workshop. I'm going to venture a guess and assume that these are wood carvings with laser etchings in them, which definitely seems to be the case. So over here they have dice towers, some set pieces if you want to have a boat. These look really nice. You can play them or use them raw or paint them or whatever you wanted to do, I imagine. And we have another Pulp Figures booth. They sell a lot of miniatures and things. When you think about, so this is Crocodile Games. So yeah, when you think about the Pulp Figures, you're kind of thinking, I think Savage Worlds. Things like, I haven't seen any Savage Worlds stuff here today, which is kind of odd now that I think about it, because they're usually a pretty big element of these conventions, and I imagine they're out here somewhere. I know the Palladium booth is out here somewhere. I wonder what they're up against, because there's a lot of unhappy campers right now with Palladium. I was not a backer of the Robotech Kickstarter, the RTT, but the ones that were, I think some of them may be overreacting a little bit, but it's not that they didn't get their items, it's just how they were addressed from the company. But that in itself would take an entirely set up video all of its own, and you can definitely go to YouTube and find videos that have already been made. Show and Tile. So this is another one of those puzzle type games, and it looks like it's competitive a little bit based on what they're doing. They're filling out the placards, so it's kind of interesting. There's not a game here. If you did any type of game that you want to play, you're going to find it here. Are you?
I'm Isaac Sean. I'm the designer of Show and Tile. I can tell you all about
Okay, I'm with the Allspark. I'm just doing a walkthrough. I don't have all the fancy equipment that everybody else has, but I'm trying to get information's information and enthusiasm is enthusiasm. So what can you tell us about this game?
Absolutely, I'd love to share with you. Show and Tile is a competitive game in which people are trying to create different kinds of artwork using tangram tiles. So everyone's got a double-sided set with 2 different colors to help create contrast and be able to make certain kinds of shapes. They're making them in secret and then guessing all of their opponent's shapes. You get points for guessing right. You also get points when your artwork is guessed correctly. You got a timer, so you got a little bit of time pressure. Great party game for 3 to 6 players. Retails for $25.
And you can get these here at the convention?
You can get them here at the convention. We got a $5 exclusive promo pack with sci-fi words, geography words, adjectives, all kinds of categories that you can use.
So you can buy add-ons later on, and or make up your own, I guess.
100%.
And then do you have a website that they can visit?
We do. You should go to playjellybean.com to check out Show and Tile.
Playjellybean.com. Well, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
So, yeah, any kind of game you can think of, they're going to have here. And I really like that these guys take the time to talk and show off. I remember when I was producing a game, you know, anybody that came up to me and asked me what I was doing, I couldn't wait to talk about it. So, you know, I've been on both sides of this. And it's a lot of fun. And I may want to produce something later on, you know, maybe build a different team, maybe go out on my own. I don't know what I want to do yet, but this gives me a lot of inspiration, a lot of enthusiasm. So going down another booth here. There's a Lost board game. Got some cool artwork here. Like I said, artwork has been one of the driving factors of this industry for a while. So you got these standees here. Hello.
How's it going?
Going pretty good.
I'm Jason. Nice to meet you.
I'm Greg. I'm with the Allspark. I'm just doing a walkthrough and some trying to get information. And just anybody that wants to talk and share what they have.
Oh yeah, no, we got a tabletop RPG game that we're promoting here that me and my wife have been developing. We've been developing it for 5 years, and this is the artwork for the game that we're selling here at GenCon. And so it's a science fantasy based tabletop RPG, and it rolls off of a D100 percentile system.
Okay.
And so what we want to embrace with the tabletop RPG that we're presenting here is full customization. So there are no class levels, or there are no classes really. Levels are more guidelines because you use experience points to improve your characters in any avenue that you want to go into.
So it sounds like maybe a skill-based game where you can choose archetype paths and you just can build whatever you want.
Speaking of archetype paths, we do have 2 specializations, which would be tech from the standee over there, or magic. And what it does is that it doesn't limit you to those paths. If you are starting off in tech or even none of the things, you can dabble into magic because the magic system is ad hoc and also fully customizable as well.
Okay.
So you build your spells off of words that you gain throughout the game as well.
So do you have like a sample or a rule set?
So it's currently in beta.
Okay.
We do have a sign up that we're doing on the newsletter here for the blind playtest. And what you do as well is that later on in the month we'll send out anybody in our newsletter to be able to receive the blind playtest packet.
Okay, and how do you sign up to that newsletter?
We on our landing page as well. You can come here and sign up as well. But on our website, we have a landing page where it is sign up for a newsletter. And those that get in, I think by the end of the month, will receive that newsletter with the blind playtest packet.
And what's the URL on that?
We are brokendice.net. It's actually at the very bottom here.
Okay. I'm getting all...
Okay.
Sorry. I'll take that, and I'll list these links in our video.
All right, thank
and
you.
get people on board. Because one of the things that caught my eye, and that's something I've been kind of talking about as I walk through this forum, the artwork is a make it or break it right now in this overly competitive industry.
Yes, and that is what we want to promote because we know that is the case. And so the artwork we present, we go through a very select process of who we want to design our art. And so we have 3 artists that we're showcasing right now. All of our character art is done by the same person. His name is Gerald Singh, SNG. You can find him on ArtStation. And the landscape art, like the airships and the cityscape, the Aeolon, They're done by Leon Tucker. He's actually done work for both Starfinder and Pathfinder as
Okay.
some interior artwork for that. And our latest artist that does the Golem piece right here, his name is Javier Charo, and he's from Spain as well. So those are.
I see a lot of guys coming out of Spain that are just immensely talented.
Yeah, no, they're very, very, very impressive. And we told him like, hey, we want to get more artwork. And he's like, I am busy for the next 3 months. We're just like, we need more assets.
Yeah. Well, this artwork, you know, if it is a make it or break it type thing, you're definitely going to make it.
No,
Because this is some great art.
Yeah, no, so we are having sales as well for our prints too. So
Okay.
everybody
We'll
that's
have
here at GenCon.
information on our website. We'll be doing a Kickstarter in January.
Kickstarter in January? Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely get your information out there as best I can, and
All right,
just
thank you.
because it's a lot to it's very good.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, see that guy. He knew I was definitely recording, and he wanted to get in on it. That's what I was talking about before, where I enjoyed any chance I got to talk about it. So that game looks pretty cool. And actually, the way he described the system sounds like something that I really want to play, because his percentile system, which is only percentiles, but the classless system where you just kind of put your level points into your skills, that's a very enticing system. And I'm definitely going to sign up for the beta on that just to see how that works. Let's see what else got going over here. More board games, more art. Retrovision, it's definitely based on some of the old styles. Quite a crowd around this booth as well. So they got all kinds of stuff over here. Desktop artwork. Looks like little 3D plates with video game stuff. And then they have the box art, which is literally box art. They're packages that are mountable. So there's a lot of amazing stuff here. And move down to here. Carolina game tables. I know them well. Carolina game tables. I know you guys well. I'm very happy to see you guys thriving.
Thank you.
I'm Greg. I'm with the Allspark. I'm just walking through these booths and just talking to people. What can you tell us about your game tables?
Well, our base price, our game design model is that they're game tables for real life. They all come with the top. You can kind of see back here with it that the tops all have a lip on the edge so that it fits in there, but the actual top comes to the very edge of the table.
So it's basically notched so that it doesn't slide off.
Yes, and it also makes it so that with the top on, it looks like a normal dining room table. It covers up the entire play area and any of the extras we have, like cup holders. So it just like you can use it like a really nice dining room table for most of the week and take the top off and have a really nice game table.
And these are practically handcrafted.
We actually outsource our work to a factory based in High Point. So we are one of the few game manufacturers that doesn't do the full handcrafted type
Okay.
thing.
Well, I remember when
It
you.
does also mean that we have a standard 4 month production time, so we don't have a really long wait
Yeah,
time.
it's not so to the point where you order your table and then 14 months later it arrives and.
Yeah.
So where is the production facility located?
It's based out of High Point, North Carolina.
So
We
you're
have
here.
our-
You're an American company. So you're
Yes,
producing
we are
American.
we're based technically out of Hickory, North Carolina. That's where we have our showroom and where we show our pieces when we're not at conventions.
Okay, and of course, I was saying this earlier. It's definitely going to go hand in
yeah.
hand with Savage Worlds.
At least because of my parents, it is.
Yeah.
So
I
when
was-
they're in the booth, this is an easy way for them to get to talking about people and point them over to Pinnacle.
Yeah, because I had a different relationship with Pinnacle a little while ago when I was. They sent me some review copies of Rifts when that came out,
Yeah.
and then I met with them a little bit. They were kind of helping me, gave me some advice when I published a game about 5 years ago. So as I said, I'm very familiar with the tables, and I'm glad to see you guys here.
Thank you. And if you end up coming back later, both of my parents are currently either in a panel or running a game. So
Okay,
you
yeah,
can't have a
I'll
worse
definitely
time.
stop by and say hey.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So yeah, that was the tables are kind of expensive, but they're very well made. They're very well crafted, and they have multi-purpose. So I think you're going to get to a point where if you're gaming every weekend with your friends or your family, it's definitely worth having, because you know when you're not gaming, it can be your kitchen table or your geeked in table, and then when you get to the gaming time, you just pop its tops off which you know, she didn't quite mention it, but I saw that it had like the felt around the keys. So I'm gonna cut this video off for now. I know there's a lot more stuff here, but I need to take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna head back and upload these. So I'll see you guys later.